my channel. I am the new romantic, but some of you may know me as Cherry. Today I want to do something a touch different. So you see, usually I just post concert videos or random updates or vlogs, I guess, which I haven't done in a while, but I'm feeling merry. It's the festive period. I've got some lights up today and a different angle set up. But today I wanted to talk to you about Bose. Not the headphone brand, but the accessory. The cute accessory that seems to be taking over the world. I wanted to touch a little bit about the history of Bose. This is mainly from an article by Harper's Bazaar, which was published in 2021 when they were talking about the resurgence of Bose on the catwalks. Spring 2022, Bose were on everything, and I guess it's just taken us a year and a half to catch up. What they found that I'm just relaying back to you. Don't want to be caught for plagiarism, so Harper's Bazaar 2021. I will link the article in the description. They found that hair bows have been around since at least 2500 BC, and some of the original ones are currently displayed in the Met, which is pretty awesome, and I would like to go see them one day. These modern shaped bows have been around since the Middle Ages. Sarah Collins, a professor of fashion at Savannah College of Art and Design, explained that back in the day men and women wore bows, which I guess makes sense. You know, you've got your bow tie, then you've got your hair bow, so it was kind of more of like a unisex kind of accessory for men, women, children, pets, everything, which it's kind of become again, like as if it ever stopped. But a romantic edge to the accessory came around the 17th century. So what they would do is they'd make this bow, but they would tie like a lock of their lover's hair into it, which I guess I think it's weird, but I have like a weird thing about hair. But then I guess, you know, you're taking a bit of your lover everywhere that you go when you're wearing your bow. Then another revamp of the bow happened when the French revolutionised bows in hair specifically, which I think you can thank Marie Antoinette for. Don't quote me on Marie Antoinette specifically. I feel like bows have just never really come out of fashion. Like if you look at pictures, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, there are bows on some things, and then there'll be times within those times where there are bows on everything. And then you have bows always are on children. That's just kind of where we like to stick them. But then you also have the rise of the core, which is what I think has brought it back into our consciousness. You got your cottage core, your fairy core, your mermaid core, your goblin core. The core has brought the bows back, and although we're kind of moving away from cores, we're kind of jumping into like coquette, which I think every like 12 to 25-year-old has had a Lana Del Rey phase at some point. Me still in it, but I think that kind of like her old aesthetic kind of plays into like the coquette style that we're looking at now. And when you see bows, there is always a hashtag coquette somewhere nearby, which if you want me to look into the coquette style, I will do that. I think because of this kind of social media frenzy around coquette, and like that's the core of the moment, coquette, the style, the bows, the colours, you're seeing a lot of people picking this up, even if it's just for clout, even if it's just for views, because they know it's going to get popular. Like the other day I saw a video of someone making bacon with bows on it, and I thought it was the most ridiculous thing ever. I like the video, but I did it for the culture. Speaking of the culture, there's currently a culture of girlisms. I don't know if that's the proper word for it, but you know, girl this, girl that, like girl emails, girl food, girl dinner, you know, girlisms. And I wonder if this ribbon bow kind of aesthetic is coming back to mirror that a bit more, just because, again, as I mentioned, bows are kind of seen as this like infantile item until they're big in fashion, then they become for the women again, and then they disappear and you just see them in children again. I think the whole girlism culture kind of promotes a confidence in self. It's just kind of a symbol of unabashed girlhood, not being afraid to be as feminine as you can be, but also stepping back from the harsh realities of adulthood by giving yourself those chances for that kind of girlish wonder, which I really like. And I want to, me personally, I credit it for my personal thinking to Selkie, but I'm sure like there are other brands that kind of perpetuate the girlishness and that hyperfeminism and just kind of hyperfeminism, just kind of embracing the girl of it all. Like you got your Sandy Liang, your Miu Miu, but like current day, and then like I mentioned, just Selkie, and then you've got all the kind of brands that kind of picked up on this idea afterwards. But I think the girlism is here to stay, or at least I hope it is here to stay, and I hope you're here to stay. I've switched from my camera because it's not working, but to continue on the girlism of it all, I just wanted to talk a bit about the Pinterest trends for 2024. And one of the most prominent ones was bow stacking, so where you would have a bow in your hair, a bow in your jumper, a bow in your trousers, a bow in your shoes, just, you know, head to toe matching bows. It's in my head, I was seeing it and I was like, this is giving butterflies back in 2021 pandemic times. And I only say that because there was that one like beaded butterfly top. I really wanted it, but I wasn't going anywhere wearing that. I just wanted it for the sake of wanting it. Like, I had a pair of butterfly Vans though, like there were pink Vans with embroidered butterflies on them. So to me, bows are the new butterflies. I think this is gonna last, but personally I have a feeling that bows, they're gonna hit the top of the curve and just crash. People are gonna start seeing you wear a bow and be like, oh, we don't accessorize anymore. It's like when celebrities weren't wearing necklaces on the red carpet. We're just gonna see like a 180 of people being like, oh, bows are out, bows are out. There'll still be some people that will continue to wear them. My prediction is bows have a good 3 to 5 months in them, and then they're out. People are gonna flip on them. Me, I'm a bow lover. I'll be there for my bows, which I'm gonna love when everyone starts putting their items of bows in charity shops, because then I can buy them, or on Vinted, so then I can buy them at a discount. I want to see what the next thing is. I think it could be something to do with colours, like a bit bolder in colour, but I think summer is gonna flip the switch on bows, like when it gets a bit hotter, unless I'm wrong and we just go harder into bows and just start wearing giant bows. But that's been it on bows with me, and thank you for tuning in to this video about bows and a very loose and fast history. I'll link in the description more informative articles about bows. But if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, you know, the jazz.